In the quiet hours before dawn, when the world balances on the edge of sleep and waking, the Japanese speak of shadows that slip between realities. These figures, neither wholly feared nor fully understood, are known as Shinigami, the mysterious gods of death. Their name carries a weight that feels ancient, yet their presence in folklore is surprisingly young. Still, over centuries, the Shinigami have woven themselves into the fabric of Japan's imagination, appearing wherever the boundary between life and death grows thin. Imagine a lantern-lit road in Edo period Japan. Night settles heavy on the wooden houses, and a lone traveler hurries home. His breath forms pale clouds in the cold air. Suddenly, he feels another presence, silent, patient, walking just a fraction behind. He turns. No one is there. But the old stories say that this is how a Shinigami makes itself known, not by striking, but by accompanying. They do not kill, not in the way Western reapers do. Instead, they guide, they nudge, they whisper toward fate. Where some cultures personify death as a skeletal figure with a scythe, Japan imagines something more ambiguous, a being that steps into your path only when the time already belongs to it. Though the word Shinigami is now common, it wasn't always so. Early Japanese beliefs lacked a single god of death. Instead, there were ancestors, spirits, and lingering ghosts, never a defined harbinger. But as Buddhism spread, with its teachings of reincarnation and karmic cycles, death began to take shape as a guided journey. Later, during the Edo period, as folktales bloomed and Western ideas seeped quietly into Japan, the concept crystallized. A being who appears at the appointed moment, who walks the final steps with you, who opens the door to the other side. A Shinigami is less executioner and more escort, a figure that ensures the living and the dead remain in balance. In small villages, elders shared tales of people who wandered too close to death's border. Some claimed a Shinigami sat beside them and whispered the forgotten reasons for living. Others described being misled, guided by dark spirits toward rivers or cliffs, only to wake as if from a strange dream. One tale tells of a man who sees a Shinigami perched upside down on his bedside ceiling, grinning. Another tells of a woman who claims a Shinigami warned her to take a different path home, saving her from a landslide hours later. Good or ill, guidance or warning, Shinigami never reveal their intentions. As centuries passed, Shinigami slipped from oral ghost stories into the ink of modern imagination. In manga and anime, they took on new forms, sometimes monstrous, sometimes elegant, sometimes even sympathetic. Each story adds another layer to the Shinigami's identity, proving how flexible and fascinating the concept is. What makes Shinigami so enduring? Perhaps it is Japan's deep reverence for Munjur, the impermanence of all things. Death is not a punishment but a truth, and Shinigami embody that truth in a way that is neither terrifying nor comforting, but inevitable. To encounter one is not necessarily to die. It is to stand at the threshold and understand that the world is larger, older, and more mysterious than it appears. If you walk alone at night and feel something just behind your shoulder, not dangerous, not cold, but present, some say it is merely a sign that you are alive and the world around you still hums with spirits. Others whisper a different belief. A Shinigami walks behind everyone, patient and silent, step for step. It waits for no one, but it never rushes. When the time comes, it simply reaches out its hand and guides you gently into the next world. Let's now dive deep into a story that have Shinigami as their main focus. The Lantern at the Edge of Night. Yuki had always walked the same mountain path home from the shrine. Every evening, she swept the stone steps, rang the bell, and whispered prayers for the spirits wandering the foothills. Most villagers avoided the shrine after dark, but Yuki had grown up in its shadow. To her, the murmuring wind and restless trees felt like companions rather than threats. One winter night, as she finished locking the shrine gates, something unusual caught her eye. A lantern glowed at the far end of the path, soft, pale, and floating just above the ground. No one lived this high in the mountains. No traveler used such an old-fashioned lantern anymore. Yuki hesitated. The light flickered once, as if beckoning. Curiosity and unease tightened in her chest as she stepped forward. As Yuki approached, the lantern revealed a figure standing just behind it, tall, slender, wrapped in a dark kimono, threaded with shifting cloud-like patterns. The figure's face was serene, and their strange moonlit eyes reflected more of the night than the lantern did. "You are late," the stranger said, voice soft as falling snow. Yuki froze. Something about the air around them felt otherworldly. Do I know you?" she managed. The figure tilted their head. "Not yet, but you will." The lantern drifted closer to her, casting a faint halo around them. "Who are you?" Yuki whispered. The stranger's expression showed neither warmth nor coldness. "I am a guide," they said. "A Shinigami." Yuki's breath stilled. She had heard stories of Shinigami since childhood, whispered warnings about spirits who walked the border of life and death. But she never imagined meeting one, certainly not like this, calm and almost gentle. "My time hasn't come," Yuki said, her heartbeat loud in her ears. "Correct," the Shinigami replied. "Tonight, I am not here for you." A cold dread settled in her stomach. "Then why appear before me?" The Shinigami lifted the lantern, and its light expanded to reveal someone lying farther down the path, an elderly woman whom Yuki knew well. Grandmother Sayo, the shrine's caretaker, the woman who had raised Yuki since childhood. "Oba-san!" Yuki cried, dropping to her knees beside her. Sayo was breathing, but faintly, as though drifting between worlds. "Her thread grows thin," the Shinigami murmured. "But it is not yet broken." Yuki grasped Sayo's hand. "Please, there has to be a way to save her." "I do not take life," the Shinigami said, kneeling gracefully beside her. "Nor do I return it. I only escort." Tears blurred Yuki's vision. "She's all I have ... please. There must be something you can do." The Shinigami's lantern dimmed. "There is only choice." The air grew warm, and light spilled outward from the lantern. Suddenly, the mountain path dissolved beneath them. Yuki found herself standing in a vast field beneath a silent sky. Sayo stood nearby, youthful again, glowing with calm. "Oba-san?" Yuki whispered, trembling. Sayo smiled gently. "Yuki, my brave girl. You came all this way. Don't go," Yuki begged. "Please, not yet. I need you." Sayo touched her cheek, thumb brushing away a tear. "Life is like the flame of a lantern. We hold it carefully, but it is never ours forever. You have grown strong, Yuki, stronger than I ever was." "I'm not ready," Yuki cried. "No one ever is," the Shinigami said softly behind them. Sayo bowed with gratitude to Yuki. Then she turned toward a distant light, rising like a sunrise over the field. The Shinigami's lantern drifted after her. illuminating her path. Yuki reached out, but her hand passed through the air. Seo did not look back. When Yuki opened her eyes, she was back on the cold mountain path. Seo lay still beside her, peaceful, her face relaxed into a soft smile. The Shinigami stood a few steps away, the lantern now dark. "You cared for her well," they said. "Now you must care for yourself." Yuki swallowed hard. Will we meet again?" "When your lantern dims," the Shinigami replied. "And another guide walks with you as I walked with her." Yuki gazed at them, this strange being who had taken nothing yet guided everything. "What am I supposed to do now?" The Shinigami turned toward the fading stars. "Live. Live so fully that when your time comes, you walk into the horizon as peacefully as she did." The lantern flickered once more. The Shinigamis stepped backward, and like a shadow fading with sunrise, they vanished. Every winter, Yuki placed a new lantern at the shrine's entrance in Seo's honor. And sometimes, on quiet nights, as she walked the mountain path alone, she felt a presence just behind her, calm, patient, unwavering. She never turned around. She didn't need to. She knew the Shinigami was there, silently watching the path between worlds, waiting only for the lantern's final glow. Thank you for listening. Join our always growing legion. Discover Satan World.